Yo guys, what up? Yo, what up guys? Turn that off. All right, so check it out. We're going to be doing a quick conversion of a kit I just bought. So I think it's for cycles. So I'm going to convert it. Whoa, why are you guys looking at that? Hang on. Let's close that. Let's go ahead and close that. All right. I just bought it from 3D Shaker. Links down below if you guys are interested in it. It's in the description. And they're palm trees because I'm going to try to be doing this next render project where I'm going to be using a lot of trees. Like it's going to be scattering like big time. I'm going to be pushing it to the max. So let's go ahead and get this file open up here quickly. Actually, no. I want to keep this file and I want to import the assets into this file so I don't have to flip everything around from cycles to Octane. As a matter of fact, let me just go ahead and switch this to cycles here. So now we're in cycles. And then I'm going to come into and append from that file quickly. Let me jump over here and get that loaded up. So total, again, unscheduled stream, which is pretty much always for me. And oh, hey, quickly, let me go ahead and turn on notifications and all that stuff, just in case get any questions. I don't really have a lot of time, but we're gonna stream till it's dinner time. All right, now I'm gonna give it into this folder. Where's this folder? I downloaded it and put it into my assets. Blender assets, new 3D Shaker. Hi, 3D Shaker Cocos. Right. Okay. And you know what? I probably should just open the original file and then just convert it. Well, actually, no, I don't want to. Let's go ahead and go to Objects, Coconuts. Let's grab the first one here. All right, there it is. And let's fire it up. We're in cycles, and it works. Okay, there's cycles. There's the tree, and it's to scale. That's nice. Love it, love it. Of course, 3D Shaker assets are premium, dude. They're on point. Like I never have to worry about anything. All I have to do is just convert this over, right? All right, let's go ahead and just bring them all in while we're at it. How did I do that again? Shift S. Nope. Alrighty, append. I literally just woke up from a nap, so I'm kind of like shell shocked. Not shell shocked, but I'm like just kind of woke up and I was like, all right, I need some palm trees. I need some tree assets so I can start working on my second render for the render network of June. Utopia, Urban Utopia. 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. All right, that's all of them. All right, so what I'm gonna do now is just copy these guys like that. Copy objects, jump back over to Octane. Boom, back in Octane, paste them in. And what I'm going to do is change up this environment for a minute. I don't like it. What we got going on here. Let's just close that. Let's go to this. It's just going to go straight to the world. I don't know why I always do that. I can just do it from right here. Let's go to daylight environment. There we go. All right, switch this back. Cool. Let's just grab the first one. And let's jump into the node. Ah, nice, clean, simple, easy setup, right? Check it out. All right. So this should be a 1, 2, 3 easy peasy. We don't have a curve node, so we'll pull that out and just do that. All right, and we do have the hue saturation, that, and that, and that, and everything else should work perfectly fine. So what I'm going to do now is jump out of that again and come in here, and I'm going to go to activate the one I have selected. All right, and I'm actually going to go ahead and just delete these for now because I just. So how many materials are on per tree? Should be about 3 or 4. That was the first one. This next one. And let's go ahead and just isolate this so we can have just that tree. There it is. And quickly check something here down at the bottom. Color management, set to raw. Yeah, these trees are looking a little bit decontrast. Let me turn off the post-processing. Didn't make a difference. Okay, cool. So this next one again, same thing. We don't have this. We can take that out, plug that in, because it's going to cause an issue when I convert it if I don't disconnect that. come in here, boom, delete these two, boom. That's looking good. That was the trunk, that was the branches, peelings. Peelings is a little bit more complex. And looking at the peelings, this is okay. We'll plug that into there, that's okay. And it's being mixed with a transparent shader. And this is the map for the transparent shader. Okay, so what I'm gonna do is just disconnect that and plug this straight into there. And then put this up here for later so I can keep it intact. So if I want to use it for Octane later, I can easily do that. So camera turned off. I'm just gonna kill the camera for now, guys, because I don't want to deal with that, right? So we'll go ahead and kill the camera. You don't need to see my beautiful face, right? Alrighty, let's kill the camera. OBS camera only. Nope. 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 No. No. There it is. Camera. Boom. Alright, cool. Alright, now that we've got this, we're going to go ahead. And this one has some transparency. So for those of you who are on that, this is how we convert that. Let's go ahead and convert it first. Alright. And things got a little bit wonky on this one. And like that. Kill these guys here. I'm gonna plug this back in here so I know exactly what I can do when I plug it back. And then for here, what we're going to do, select that, scale Y, Z, nope, X, Z, right, there we go. And scale X 0. Let's take this guy over here. Now this one, we don't need this mixed material node, we can kill that. We're just gonna take this and plug this straight into the transmission. And this is for the leaves. So we're gonna take the specular, change it to thin wall diffuse, right? And hang on, let me see something here. What is this exactly? Map 010, what is this exactly? Okay, I know that, all right. Actually, we're gonna do this. We're gonna take this out and plug this into the opacity because it looks like it's a mask. I think that's right. We'll find out here in a minute. Let's invert it. Huh. Peelings. I don't know. We'll figure it out in a minute. Hang on. And here I'm going to take a... Well, let me look at what we had over here. This is just being into a transparency. Yeah, I would think that was just doing a transparent mix. An opacity type thing. Okay, so let's move on to the next one. We'll dial it back. All right. Next one here. Again, here's my principal BFD. These guys are here. Again, bypass the color. Bypass the color. That's going into a mix shader, and then we're mixing translucent, right? Translucent. And then we're doing it again here, translucent. So that's probably going to be a mix. Okay, so let's kill this. Let's just go straight to here for now. And then let's go activate. Let's go G, bring all this over here. Bring this guy back and bring this guy back. And for now, I'm just going to disconnect those. And this goes back into here for later use. And okay, and then come over here. We got a color correction into in transmission. This is going into the diffuse. Now we need to switch this to thin wall diffuse for leaves. That's good to do. We'll take this guy here, and this one's going to go into the opacity. Opacity. Okay, okay. I forgot this says GGX, energy preserve, GGX. Let's come back and do that on all these other ones. Energy preserve, and GGX energy preserve. All right, there's that. I think we have one more. or actually a couple more. All right, tab into here. Same thing. All right, you see the pattern. You see the pattern, and we just need to go this to this. And actually, I don't even need to go this to this because I'm going to be unplugging this. All right, so we're just going to go straight this to this and convert. GX, pull that over here, bring this guy back here, bring this guy here, and delete that. And this guy's, everything is still plugged in. Yep. Okay, good. There's that. Same thing here. This goes into the transmission. Diffuse thin wall for leafs. Those guys, GX0. S0. Just being clean and tidy while we're at it the first time so we don't have to worry about doing it again later. When we come back into this file, let's actually bring this down to here and this here. XX0. Drag this in, especially when you're doing this, like you're bringing in assets and you're converting them. Just set it up nice one time so you'll be done. So anytime you have your file, when we come back to it, we're ready to rock, right? We're ready to rock. And truck. And what do we got here? Same thing. Just bypass that. Simple, easy. 1, 2, 3Z. Easy peasy. Bring that back. And I think it's actually very powerful because now we actually have two assets, one for cycles and one for Octane, right? All right. What was I doing? Lost my state of track with that notification. SX0 and XY scaled up a little bit. Grab these two, SX0. SY, scale up, there we go. And that's pretty much it. GGX, energy preserved. Let's get in close, make sure these leaves look great. All the tips look absolutely, these are great, just great assets, man. High quality, always from 3D Shaker. Let me check something here quickly on the stream, guys. I don't think I have. Oh man, volume is way low. I just realized that. Testing 1, 2, 3. I just realized how low the volume was. Testing 1, 2. Why is the volume so low? Testing 1, 2. Well, that totally sucked. Half of that stream, the volume was way, way low. How about now? Let me back this up here really quick. It's still way low. Man, dude. This is the only thing I hate about live streaming, dude. Every single time you think you got the settings right, they're not even close. Why is it so low? Why is the microphone so low? Properties, microphone. All right. Hang on 1 second, guys. I gotta get this. I gotta figure out why this is why is it so low? Testing 1 2 3. Testing 1 2 3. Testing 1 2 3. Testing 1 2 3. This thing is set to. Why is it so low? 13%. What's going on with the microphone today? Testing 1 2 3. 1 2 3. Is it using the right microphone settings? Audio. Microphone, yes. No, we need to see your beautiful face. That's funny. Can you hear me? Like, how's the audio? Because on my end, it's registering extremely low. How can we get deep EXRs? Oh, audio sounds great. Really? Average villager, thank you. Audio sounds great. Really? Okay, I'll go with it. You guys hear it, so I trust you guys. Alright, so let me kill here. Alright, so I just went through that whole process, and I think half of that process you probably couldn't even hear me. Let me jump back over to cycles really fast. Ooh, don't crash. Alright, the colors does look off, right? These colors look a little bit more darker and richer. Let me see what's up with that. Hang on. Oh, and that's because of the color ramp. We removed that color ramp, so there was some color settings going on there. All right, and one other thing while I'm at it is I don't see Stream Ninja. I don't see your guys' comments. Okay, I should see your comments now. I should see your comments now. 1 2 1 2 check, microphone check, thumbs up, emojis, something. Let me know that somebody's out there breathing. All right, now let's come back here to the top, and let's. What is this color ramp doing here? This color ramp. Let's see what this color ramp is doing here. Okay, let me jump back into cycles. And I just want to see what this color ramp is doing here. So let's click back on this tree here, and let's come onto here, solo that. Oh, that's a stem. Okay, what's it doing? What exactly are we doing? Okay, we're just controlling the color on that stem. All right, that's nothing crucial. All right, so back over here, that was coming into there, right? Let's come back over here. And it looks like it was just kind of doing what a gradient map would do. So I could probably put in a gradient map. Oh, that's the trunk. Oops, my bad. Let's undo that. Delete that. Plug this back into albedo. That was the trunk. Let's go back to the branches. I think it was on the branches. No, everything has a little bit of it. Well, I can, if it's doing contrast, I can just add more contrast right here, because that's what this is. Branches. Okay. Right, here's the, I can just, like, see, there's contrast, so. And this is just, I guess, preference, like, what do you, like, the only thing I want is the tree to be a little bit more saturated green. So let's go to the palms, to the leaves. All right, and these color corrections are basically doing what that was doing. So let's give me a little bit, scam it down a little bit. And as far as translucency, palm trees do have, coming from Cali, I do know that these palm trees do have that go back to default on that 100. I think that might be a little bit too much. Let's go back down to like 80. And specular is looking way too bright for me. I'm going to bring the specular down a little bit. Let's see. Oh, you know what? Hang on. No. I know why it's looking off with the specular. Because this is set to 2. It should be set to 1. And this is set to 2. This should also be, well, that's opacity, so it really doesn't matter. The only one that should be 2.2 is the color. That's the only one that should be 2.2. This should be set to 1. The normal even should be set to 1. That's the only thing with this add-on that I use. It doesn't switch these values like the other one. I have several converters, and most of them do get these values right, but this one doesn't. These should be 1. Gamma should be set to 1. Gamma should be set to 1. This guy, let's go ahead and pull that out of there. Oh, was that connected to something? No, everything still looks okay. Whoa, there's a lot of chat going on. How come the chat's not popping up in my OBS thingamabobber? Hang on. Test. Hey, what was that? Yeah, I don't know what's up there today. My chat thing is not populating the chat. What's up with that? Why is that not working? Trials and tribulations of streaming. There's a new version available. So did it kick me out of the old version right now since there's a new version? I don't know. I guess I'm just gonna have to have the chat from YouTube open on the other one because it's not showing up. Let me see what we got. Great audio. By the way, how are you doing? I'm doing good. Average view. I'm good. I'm doing a lot better. I was here from very early on. The audio was fine. Really? Thanks, Seven. How do you get deep AXRs? No, we need to see your beautiful face. Why, when I install Octane, it said that there's a virus or malware? Child, that's just from OTOY. Whenever you install it from OTOY, the setup thing is not like properly authenticated or something like that. As long as you downloaded it from the OTOY website, you're okay. Just go. If you watched my video that I have on how to start it, I go through that process and how to the very first video of how to install Blender. I go through that and show you the why it's not. It just says that because it's not like an fully authorized or however that goes about when you're making a program or something like that. I don't know, but yeah, as long as you're downloading from there, you're good. All right, let's pop out. That's one down. Let's get to the next one. All right, here we go. Let's jump in. And it's pretty much going to be the same workflow. Sometimes it can be the same material, but in this case it doesn't look like it's going to be. So same thing. And let's go ahead and put that back. Go ahead and do that again. Again, let's turn these to 1. Turn this one to 1. Let's do all our nice little housekeeping. SX0. That SX0. And that is okay. Take this to, oops. Undo, okay, that was set to 2.1. Come in here, GGX Energy Preserve. Boom, let's go to the branches. Now, technically, I don't even have to really do this because I've already, check this out. Like, okay, we don't have to go through all this again. If I go back to my other one, right, and branches, we go to branches, we copy this setup here. Copy this setup, go to our new tree, go to branches, paste this setup here, and all we need to do is change these. Number 15, number 14, change the maps. I'm going to copy that. Come in here, paste. There it is, map 15. Same thing, map 14. Copy. Paste, and same thing here. Copy. And oh, hang on. I think I made a mistake, first of all. And paste. I think I made a mistake. Hang on. I wonder if I should have no, did I? No, that's right. I think we're okay. Because technically we're not. I'm wondering if I should make a copy. I don't want to make a copy because then I'm going to have multiple copies of that material. I should just, yeah, okay, that should be fine. Hang on, let's go to the next one. Peelings. Peelings. Let's come in here. Let's go to peelings. Grab this setup. Come back to this tree. Paste it. Set up here. And then just change out these. Change out these. Here, map. Copy that. And that one was going into the opacity. Yep, that was going into the opacity. Alright, yeah, that should be okay. Alright, I'm gonna go full screen for a minute here so I can just have access to this a little bit easier. Alright, map 07. This one here, copy that. Paste that. Copy that. And paste that. Okay, I think that might be better. I wish I can, I know there's a way I can just dock the YouTube chat in OBS. Oh, I know why it's not working. I know why it's not working. I forgot. I know why it's not working. I have to pop the chat out. Chat has to be popped out. Chat, pop out chat. Once the chat is popped out, now it should work. Up, there it goes. I just heard it ping. Yep, there it is. Nice. Okay, cool. All right, let's see if this worked over here. I'm not seeing any difference. Hang on, guys. Did I screw something up? I don't think that's working. Last try. Let me give this last thing here a last try. Let's copy this one. Oh, not that one. Let's come back here. I want to go to leaf. Copy this. Come back to here. Paste this. Copy this. This is opacity. Paste that. Opacity. 2D shaker leaf 07. 2D shaker leaf 07. Copy that. That is moved into there. No, it's not working. Why is that not working? Oh, hang on, because I need to kill this. You gotta kill those. That's why it's not working. Kill this. Alright, you gotta kill this. Yeah, that's why it wasn't working. Okay, there we go. It's working. Nice. And then we go to leaf. We come back here, go to leaf. Copy this. Go back to here, go to leaf, paste this. Let's bring it really close so I don't have to do all that jibber jabber. Delete this. And come in here, copy this. This is opacity. Paste opacity. Diffuse. Diffuse. Roughness. Roughness. And bump. Or normal. Alright, let's see what this looks like. Yep, there it is. Nice. Alright, one more to go. Alright, so this one, trunk. Trunk. Oh yeah, they all have the same. Alright, cool. Trunk. Let's grab this. Alrighty, back on this guy. Trunk. Alright, make sure we're on the same ones. Paste. There it is. Kill this. And I'm gonna go full screen. Copy that. Copy that. And copy that. Boom. Sweet, branches. branches. What's that? Let me come right over. Actually, I'm just gonna do it like this, easier. And copy that. This is where you just throw on like some music, a podcast or something, you know, and you just knock it out. Because you only have to do it once. Once I'm done, then the asset is saved, and like I don't have to do it again. Right? That's why I like putting the camera off, because I don't have to keep pressing that button in the timer. Did I get everything on that? Because I was talking, so. Map 1410. Map 1410. I did. Okay, cool. Let's come back here. Peelings. Alright, copy that. Come back here. Oh, I didn't kill this. There we go. Alright. Peelings. Let's paste it down here. Kill that. How many do we have on here? 4. Yep. Copy that. That goes into opacity. Opacity is right here. This one is normals. Normals. Roughness. Roughness. And diffuse. And peeling, yes, that looks correct, because that's what it did on the original. And let's see if we can do something about this on this screen here. And then I want it to have, here is, hang on a second guys, boop. All right, cool. All right, next one, where are we at? Leaf. Actually, I'm gonna bring that right over here now. Copy that. Click back on here. Leaf. Paste that here. What happened here? Aspect 0. GY. And normals. Roughness. Oh, this one actually uses normal and roughness. Ooh, didn't notice that on the other one. Roughness and normals. I might have to go back and check some of those. And then that one didn't work. Something went wrong. Did I copy the right one? Leaf, 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 leaf. Oh, forgot to delete that. There we go. And the last one. Leaf. Copy that. Paste that. Delete this. Opacity. opacity, diffuse, oops, shouldn't have did that, diffuse, roughness, and did we do opacity? We did opacity first, right? And normals. Oh, guys, I forgot to do GGX and all that. And the, totally forgot to do this. That sucks. I should have did that on the ones that we copied the first time. I should have copied them from the first one because I already did this on the first one. And the node was already set to GGX. Actually, see, I'm going to do it again. Let's copy the first one. Let's copy the first one. The first one was complete. Copy. Come back to this guy. Paste. Kill this one. Copy that. No, this one's not done either. I thought I did it on that one. So it was the second one that I think I did. Roughness. I think something's wrong with this one. I don't think this one was correct for some reason. I felt like I missed something. Yep, I missed something on this one. All right, let's go back to leaf. Let's go back to leaf. Let's go back to leaf. Here, leaf. Let's go back to leaf on number 1. Leaf number 1. Let's copy leaf number 1. Copy that. Let's come back to here. Make sure we're on leaf. I'm going to paste it. And I'm going to delete this one. Take this one. All right. GG index to preserve. Something's off on this one here for sure. Opacity. Opacity, set that to 1. Normal. Normal set to 1. We did opacity already. This one's going into the roughness. Roughness, set that to 1. Dude, what's going on with this one here? That's deleted, right? Let's grab the diffuse. All right. This one's not working. I messed something up. All right, let's back up. So what I could do is just do this. Go back to what we did before. Let me kill this. bring this back up here, plug this back in, change this to cycles, right? And let's just do what I did before. All right, plug this into there, and this bypasses everything, and this goes to there, and there's that. Okay, kill this, plug this back in, and there it is. It's fixed. Yep, we must have missed something. GGX energy preserve 2, set this to 1, set this to 1. All right, that's good. Last one. All right, last one. Alrighty, here we go. So how's everybody doing today? It's rainy here in Osaka, Japan today. Rainy all day. All right, here we go. Last one. I probably should have had some music on, but whatever. The last one, I was gonna put music on. The last one is way too late now. Okay, boom, boom. I think I'm gonna go back to the old way on this. On this one, it's a little bit more efficient, right? Just using the add-on. Delete those guys. Plug that back. But I think I like it better down underneath here. SX. SY. SX. Did I delete those? Yep, I did. 2. Actually, let me see something. If I can select this node and select this node, and if I come in here, hold down Alt and change this to 1, does it change them all? 1? Or hold down Control? No, it doesn't. This is like, I think you can do that only in the side panel, huh? Hang on, I gotta stand up for a minute. My back is getting, I got an old back. Been wrecked from working many years at Trader Joe's and many years of golf. All right, cool. Oh, we didn't even start on the first one, trunk. All right, connect to that, connect to that, convert. Whoa, what happened here? What was that? Oh, that was from the mix node, which we don't need to do. Oh, did I get opacity? Ooh, I think I might have missed opacity on the other one too. Or there was no opacity on this one. Right, because it was just branches, right? No opacity on this one. This should be opacity. Ah, and I forgot to do diffuse thin walled. On these other ones too, we have to go back and change that. But that's fine, we'll do that, oops, on the final check on all of everything. We'll come through and do a clean sweep on everything. I think it was this. Whoa, what's going on there? Let me just delete that guy. Last one. I think I'm gonna need to try to remap this G button to my mouse. I wonder if I'm gonna play around with that and see if it's quicker. If I actually map S and G to my mouse, I have a Logitech mouse, and I have a whole bunch of shortcuts like map to it, which is like, this is probably one of the best investments I've ever made. It was this Logitech G mouse. I think it's like, I forgot what model I'm using. G502 Hero. Like, the amount of shortcuts that I have mapped to this thing is just like, I wish I would have bought one of these a long time ago, like years ago. because it just saves so many clicks. It saves so many clicks throughout my computer, not just in Blender, but like even in Windows. I have so much stuff mapped. Like it switches, like the mouse actually, the button mapping switches per program. So if I'm in like DaVinci Resolve, all the button configurations switch to the ones that I have mapped for DaVinci Resolve and vice versa. So it's like, it's powerful. Like one of my favorite things that I just mapped to it recently, if I press my side button, boom, now I get the 4 views, you know, like Cinema 4D style. Like that right there is so quick. And then I even mapped the everything on, everything off. And then I also map notepad period. So like when I'm here, notepad period, like that was just worth it right there. Those were worth it. Okay. So now what we need to do is do a little bit of cleaning house, make sure everything is set properly. I'm checking my model. I'm checking if we're using the specular. We have the DF thin wall. Checking gammas. Gamma thin wall. GGX. Gamma up. See gamma 2.2 here. Gamma 1. GGX 111. Yep. GGX 2111. Okay, that is done on that one. Let's jump out of there. GX. All right, let's grab this guy. Let's go to the first one. Actually, I probably should just do that. Bring them all closer to Y. All right, GGX 211. GGX GGX. Why did I do thin wall here and there's nothing plugged into there? 211 up 2 1. See, that's why we come back and check, guys. 211 211 GGX. Now we need diffuse thin wall here. You see how the leaves change when I do that? Look, when I do from diffuse, slightly different, and then we go to thin wall. Yeah, you should be using the diffuse thin wall for leaves. GGX. Thin wall diffuse, good. 2111 GGX 11 GGX. All right, that's looking good. Okay. 211. Okay. Oh, got a little bit of slop going on here. GGX 211. Alright, thin wall is selected and there's nothing there, so let's change that back to specular. Oh, diffuse should be 2.2. That one's wrong. Alright, diffuse 2.2, GGX, 1, 1. This is wrong. 1. This is wrong. 1. GGX. Thin wall diffuse. Yep. 2, 1, 1. 1. Up Octane. GGX. 2 up. 1. 1. 1. Octane. Okay. GGX 2, 1, 1, 1. Thin wall, good. Ooh, and we didn't even convert this one. Whew. This one didn't even get converted. Really? This is why you go back and check, guys. This is why you have to go back and check. Later on, you're using the asset and you're wondering why this thing is missing a material. Alright, so take the time to set up your assets properly so you don't have to work, so it doesn't slow you down later on in the future. Ooh, hit invert on that. Be careful there too. Alright. And last tree. The first tree. GGX 2, 1, 1. Okay. GGX 2, 1, 1. Specular Octane. Okay. Diffuse. Ooh, diffuse is set to 1. 2.2. 1. 1. GGX. Thin wall, don't need it. This should be just set to default, right? There's that. F0. I'm going to line that down a little bit. Thin wall diffuse, GGX, 2, 1, 2, 1. Bring this guy down just a little bit. There we go. Ooh, Octane, GGX, GY, 2, 2, 1, 1. 1. And SY, GY. Just don't want the wires to be crossing. That's the only reason I do it. Why I do that. GGX, thin wall 2, good. Last one. And GY, GGX 2, 1, 1, GGX, Octane, GGX, specular. Alright, boom. Ooh, I have not saved that whole time. Alright, let me get this file name. Where's this folder? Blender Assets, 3D Shaker. Copy that. And save this. Hang on, let's save this into my Blender asset folder so it'll be inside, ready to be used when it's called up. And assets, 3D Shaker assets. Here we go. Paste this, and then I'm going to underscore Octane. Okay. Ooh, what was that? That was weird. There it is. Now, what I'm going to do quickly is go ahead and... Oh, guys, my main light is going out. It's not going out, it's just... It's hot. So, for now, I'm going to kill the camera because I don't want to keep seeing that going back and forth, back and forth. Well, now it's on. Yeah, it's just going to keep doing that because it's hot in here right now. Okay. What was I doing? What was I doing? Oh, I was getting this ready to put into my asset browser. Oh, I didn't even check. Hang on before we do that. Let's see, does this have like the asset stuff set up on it? Are they marked assets? Yes, they are marked assets. 3D Shaker. We want current file, unassigned, trees. Okay, current file. Let's just make a new folder called Cocos. Just call it Cocos. Underscore, and then grab all these guys here. Now, why is there 2 copies? Oh, you know why? Because I think there's 2 copies because of the cycles. That's why there's 2 copies. One is cycles and one is Octane. Which one is which? I don't know. Okay, so hang on. The way to get around this, let me save it. And let's come back into my scene. And I don't want this one. I'm just going to delete it. And then I'm going to come over here and clean up file, purge unused data, 11 blocks. So where are these copies coming from? Oh, these copies are the Octane copies, huh? Okay, so let's do this. Come in here, go into Blender file, come into objects, if I select, so if I select this, I select this. Okay, so all of these are Octane. The only reason I'm doing this is because some of my other assets, like I have like there's like it seems like there's duplicates, but they're now I know that they're not. Now I know they're just the cycles versions. Oh, oh, so what's going on there? Why did it do two? One, two, three, four. Okay, here's one. So let's take. Say we got all these multiple copies. Like I don't want that. It's just confusing as hell. So let's take this one. I want that one to stay. Why is this doing this? All right, one, two, three. That is three copies of it right there. Yo, what's up? War Cloud. What's poppin'? Okay, so now, well, you know what? This is what we're gonna do. This one right here that I'm on, right now at the moment, is this. Okay. So I want to take this and this. I want to take this one and I'm going to clear the asset. And I'm going to take this one and I'm going to clear the asset. So we should have one. All right, we have that one. And I'm going to come here, and then come here. I'm going to take this one, I'm going to take this one, I'm going to clear the asset. I'm going to take, I only want this one. I want this one. Clear the asset, clear the asset. Okay, that one. Clear the asset. Mark asset. Now I should only have, oh, we only have three. That's not what we want. We should have four. One, two, one, two. There's one. There's two. There's three. Oh, now what I did is also those ones that had these already assigned to it. Okay. Oh, dude, let's just clear everything. Clear asset. Clear assets. Clear assets. Clear assets. It sucks, but you gotta just do it now and do it right so you don't have to do it again. Trust me, guys. Mark asset. Oh, I don't want that one. Nope. Clear that. Mark asset. Nope, don't want that one. Clear that. Mark asset. Don't want that one. I want ones with the previews. Mark assets. Nope. Mark asset. No, why none of them are showing up with the asset mark, like with the render on it. Okay, you know what? So in that case, what is it in? Okay. Let's come here again, select this one. I'm going to select this, mark asset. I'm going to take off the medium and write big underscore octane. Mark that as an asset. I'm going to click on here and then I'm going to go load and see if it did this thing come with the render textures. Oh, it came with an HDR. Yeah, I gotta throw that into the renders, JPEGs. Okay, good. He gave me the assets too, the covers. Okay, so we want that for the big one. Good. Next guy. I'm gonna say, we'll call this one Big 2. Big 2 underscore octane, OCTANE. All right, and we'll mark it as asset. Okay, and then we'll come over here and we'll assign that. What was this guy here? Boom. Then we'll come to this guy. We'll call him medium. He already has it on there, medium underscore octane. Okay, mark asset. Click on that, load it. 1, 2, 3. And the small guy, last guy. We'll put small. Small underscore mark asset. And cool. Boom. That's it. Now, these other guys, 1, 2, 3, I'm going to delete them. Okay. Good. And then save. And just if we got any duplicate backups, I'm going to go clean up, purge unused data. Okay. Now these guys here, I'm going to take all of these and drag them into Cocos. All right, we come into Cocos. There they are. Okay, let's close that. That's nice and clean. Save that again. All right, and let's make sure we didn't break any materials. Okay, materials are still rocking. Nice. Okay, cool. And then now let's go ahead and add it as a preference into my asset library. New path. .3D shaker. Cocos. And I think the file is in this folder here. And that should be good. We should close that. Save. Okay, now new file, open, drop in a plane really quick, scale this sucker up to like 9, let's go bigger, go like to 10, a gazillion, scale that, come into shading, go to 3D shaker, Cocos, boom, there they are guys. Okay, and then check it out. We'll come here, We're going to drag and drop these 1, 2, 3, 4. Oh, I did 2, huh? 2, 3. Okay, that's cool. Let's make sure they work. Turn it back on. And they work. Good. All right, quickly, I'm going to test them out. This is what the whole point of this thing was here. Let's come back into world. Why do I keep doing that? I don't have to do that. I can just come over here, go to texture daylight. All right, then what I'm going to do is grab this plane. With this plane selected, we're going to add a new material. We're going to call it trees. And then I'm going to come in here, delete this. I'm going to come in here, add a scatter on surface. Plug that into displacement. I'm going to kill that for a minute. Then we're going to go down here to the data, object data. I'm going to go look for trees. There it is. And then I'm going to go to scatter on surface. Then I'm going to come back over here. Hang on, I'm going to kill the camera because this is we're gonna get crazy right now. Okay. Then I'm going to come over here and I'm going to add in a surface. Take the eyedropper, click on my plane. Okay, and then what I'm going to do is drag this up. We're going to click on object 1, drag on this tree, object 2, click on this tree, object 3, click on this tree, object 4, click on this tree. Okay, now fire up the render. There's our 4 trees on 4 corners. And what we can do, I'm going to kill this for now, is we can say instance on surface on random instances by relative area. And then we have 1 tree. Let's go to instances. Let's say, like, give me 200 trees. There's our trees. They're laying down. Then we come to, where is it at? Right here, orientation property. We're going to go up, we're going to go front. Now they're standing up. Okay, that's cool, that's cool. Then we can come in here and let's rotate them kind of randomly. Come to rotate, go to fix, go to randomize with coupled axis. And then we'll take this and go 360 on the bottom. So that random 360. Then we can come and also go to scale, same thing, couple with axis, and then we could play with the scale, like one bigger, right? Let's put like 1.5, right? There we go. Now we got it bigger. And then what we could do, let's go crazy. Let's pump it up. Let's go 500. All right, looking cool. Then what we can do quickly, I can take this plane, duplicate it. I'm going to kill the system off of it. Go back to my object data. And I'm going to kill that, kill that. So we just have the plane. I'm going to call it ground. And then what I'll do is come in here, go to my Quixel bridge. Then I'll go to shaders. And just grab a shader really quickly. Let's grow rocky ground and dump that onto ground. Up. Ground. Let's let that update. All right, I'm going to go ahead and come back to trees. I'm going to call this trees. We're going to hide that for a minute. Come back to ground. I'm going to kill displacement. We don't really need displacement right now. I'm going to click on Dennis. There he is. And then we'll click back on ground. and just scale this way down. Something like that. I know it looks gross, but we're not going to really be paying attention to that because we're going to turn on the trees. All right. And then what we can do, even hide that with some like type of other foliage and stuff. Like you literally will just repeat the system. So for example, we'll just come back in here. We got our trees. We can just duplicate this, hide the other trees. We'll call this one like grass. All right. Click on that. Come back over here to our shader where it says trees. Duplicate it. And we're going to call it grass. And then I'm just going to delete those right now. All right. And take this and I'm going to click on, or we can probably find grass. There it is, grass. And then I'll come into my GS scatter and go to, oh, let's go to Deadlands a little bit, right? And then what I can do is bring in 4 of these elements. There's 1, there's 2, there's 3. That one's kind of weak. And then there's 4. Okay, and we'll just repeat the exact same setup that we just did. Click back on grass. And add in an object. Select one of our grasses. 2, 2, 3, and 4. All right, and that's selected, that's grass. Everything, all of our settings should be already set up for this one. And come back here on grass, and then come back over here to data properties, and we need to change that from trees to grass. All right, there we go. We got some grass populating. Let's click back on Dennis so we can use this as a reference. And clicking back on grass. And we need a lot more than that. Let's go 100,000. Boom. Right? Look at that. That is so dope. And then what we could do is go ×2. Right? And then we can come in here, add in a noise texture. I'm going to plug this into the curly map. And then I'm just going to go like maybe 50 in more detail. And then play with this. And what you can see, what we're doing is we're just adding a noise pattern to break it up. Is that a projection? Is that this here? Right? You can see what's happening, right? Something like that. Just quickly to show you. All right. Then you can like make the terrain more undulating, right? But let's come back and turn on our trees. And boom. There's with our trees, right? Let's get Dennis and kind of make me go GX. GY. GY. GX. GY. It's gonna get him in the sunlight a little bit there. Let's actually drop a camera in there right there. Lock that there. But that's just to show, and then you just keep repeating these systems. Like we'll add one for more foliage and more for different trees, and like you can probably quickly just let's go back to object really quick. Let's jump out of the camera. I probably could just come in here really fast and add in a plane, rotate it on the X, scale it up huge, and GY it back, kind of like something like that. Scale XX, and come in here, RGB image, throw that into the albedo. Let's just open that up, come into my HDRIs. We've got skies. Let's get a sky with a cool horizon line, kind of something like that maybe. And grab this. And jump out of there. Come back to my camera. And then come back to my plane. GZ that up. Not really the best setup, but just quickly, just playing literally how quickly we set that up after we've got our assets built. Like it's really quick, right? What was I gonna do? Camera. It's actually time to eat. I can smell the food in the kitchen. What was I gonna do? What was I gonna do? Hurry up! Lost my train of thought. What are we gonna do? Oh, camera view, limits, boom. And what I also would do is take this plane, rotate it on the X, kind of do something like that. GZ. Just messing around. Jump into my camera, go to real lenses. Give me like a 40mm film lens. Right. Let's go to my wider here. A little bit more power on that sun. Render the thumbnail. Oh, we forgot about Alex, huh? Or Dennis. Let's bring Dennis back in there. I probably could turn the bump up a little bit on these trees since they're kind of close. But, you know, once you have the assets, it's all about just fine-tuning. Alright guys, if you got some value out of it, make sure you smash that like button. Let's get some smashing on that like button. Let me know. I think this came out pretty cool. Just for literally throwing it together like that fast. Actually, I'm going to save that for the thumbnail. Oh, my back just started spazzing. That wasn't good. All right. All right, guys.